Hello guys, good afternoon everyone. Today is November 19, 2020. Welcome to our daily stock market insights. This is Miss JD and I hope you had a good set of trades today. Looks like a lot of our stocks are already bullish and there are some stocks that well have been sleeping for a long time and are showing some signs of reversal or recovery. So let's take a look at each one and let's see if we can make some recommendations along the way. For now, let's talk about. Oh, one second. Let me first invite you to this channel. By the way, um, if it's your first time here, I'm doing this every day. I review the market, I review the stocks, plus the ones that you guys have requested. So if you like this kind of content, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're always updated. Also, I am in Patreon, so if you'd like to show your support to Miss JD, or if you'd like to see my recommended stocks for any given day in the US and the Philippine market, that's where I post them. So try to check the link below here. That's the link to my Patreon account. And the link to eToro is also right there if you want to trade the US market. All right, so let's get started. How did the index perform today? As you can see on my screen, we are projecting the index chart. I'm using a Bollinger Band and the RSI for my main indicators here. So as you can see, we ended this slight red. So there's a 0.77% decline in our performance today. However, I'd say, well, overall, the index is looking healthier than before, but we are approaching a resistance nearby. At the same time, we are also right at the overbought level. So I am expecting, could be tomorrow or in the coming days, we will experience some retracement or some correction in the market or in the price. Most likely it'll just drop by a few percent and would revisit the previous support over here. That could be a possibility. Although there's still some room for the price to move higher, but this one, it we'll wait and see because it looks like this is trying to consolidate up here. So it could either break that. Looks like it's forming a flag pattern. It looks like a flag pattern to me. So this is your pole over here, right? And then I cannot be seen. So this is your pole, and then you have what do you call that? Well, it's like an ascending triangle here. So that's the support. Hopefully it doesn't break. But overall, that's the ascending support in the flag pattern. So let's wait and see how it pans out. But this is just a representation of all the stocks included in the index. So what's really important is how the individual stocks are performing. And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to review each one. So the next stocks that I will be looking at would be a combination of the stocks within the market, within the index, and the secondary stocks. Okay, let me first start with HLCM. HLCM, we've recommended this past two. I forgot because I posted it in my Patreon account. I know I plotted this area as a previous resistance, and that's when we recommended the stock to. If I'm not mistaken, it's when I saw this candlestick. So I said we are about to trigger a a breakout. So we recommended that, and then what happened there was the next day there was a gap up, and you were given a chance very near this line, which eventually became a support. You know, we always it has been proven many times that your previous resistance, when it is in an uptrend, when it breaks your resistance, chances are that will create a support at that level. So true enough, it did that. And what's good about this chart is that it revisited the price just the next day. In some occasions, it will go back a few weeks or a few days after. So pretty much the same as this one, right? So here, for instance, this one, there was a so previously this was your resistance right here, right? And then it broke that. Oh well, it gave them a chance. But I'll try to look for other stocks where it had to rally really high, and then it will go back to the previous resistance and created a support after a few weeks. But this one, I think, uh, it's a much better image, because what I see with the candlestick right now, we are potentially going to move higher and higher in the coming days. Volume is still there, right? Yesterday the volume was just very small. For those people who may have not entered on this day, this was their opportunity, and now it rallied higher. And you also had some foreign buying, so that's really good. Overall, if you're to look at the potential of this stock in the long term, look at that. Previously, just last year, it was ranging around this area, so that's going to be like 100% gain. Well, we're not really 100% sure how fast it'll take for the price to go back to that level. It could be months or even a year. But if you don't really mind holding onto the stock much longer, I think a payoff is also going to be sweeter come that day. Now let's talk about Dito. Dito over here had some declines. I'd have to say, look at Dito for a mid to long term investing. Because there's big potential for this stock to really give us a good set of returns when they start becoming operational, right? So that's what we are seeing. But if you really want to trade this, this is how I'm going to look at this. You can even just do range trading for now. Right at this point, it's still sitting at the MA20 line, which is good because that's a support area. So I'm thinking it might consolidate within this range first. There will be some days where it will most likely overshoot, and the most that it could drop would be here, or could even be up to this range. So that's the area we're looking at. But definitely, because there are so many potentials in this stock, in this company, I'm thinking it's just consolidating within this area, and that's fine. At least when it corrects, it's not going to be that drastic of a drop, which is just normal. Okay, unless there's really one negative news that will come out, and then that's when we see that this stock will really go back to the around 4 peso level, that kind of thing. Okay, but for now, I just see this stock consolidating. So if you want to trade, do range trading at the moment, 586 area would be the nearest support. Resistance would be here, and currently we're midway. Okay, so just know your entry. But just to let you know, we had some foreign buying that happened today. Okay. What about MRC? Okay, MRC. I already took profit in MRC, but look, hey, well, we have to move forward. For those people who are still holding on to their position, good job to you guys. I bet you are so profitable now. For those people who really held on to their position from this period. Imagine that, just start of October, we were just in this level, and now we're here. Okay, so good job for those people who have uh, entered or have held on to their positions. One thing that I can say here is that this 13% increase in the price is a significant increase. There could be some profit taking that might happen, so maybe it will establish a brand new support now at its previous resistance, especially because the movement today is supported by the good volume. So if in case it will drop, it's just going to be a slight drop. and it might establish a new support at the 48 cents area. Okay. But really, it's a solid green. So the chances, when it's a solid green, sometimes it will continue to push the price higher. And sometimes it does even a gap up, but we just have no control whether that gap will be filled within the day. Something like this: solid green, okay, solid green, and then you have a gap up, and then it was filled the same day. So that's why I'm still plotting 0.48 area as our support. Okay, so just in case you want to add more, but I recommend for this kind of trade is highly recommended for those people who are already in a position and are just adding more. But yeah, but this is still a possible support, so most likely we will have some more. But just watch the market on a faster time frame. Okay. Okay, let's continue with. Let me check. The next one is ACEN. ACEN. Wow, ACEN is still very bullish. And let me just, wow, volume is still there. But you know what, guys? This is really a game of intraday traders, if I may say. You're still at the, look, still there. But this is not really my trading style, and at this level this is already very expensive. So if in case it drops, maybe it could possibly drop around the 431 level, but guys, just be extra careful, okay, because this is already a FOMO area. So probably you can wait for a pullback, and then once you see a confirmation of a bounce, that's when you add more. It's really creating a brand new highs here. It's already at the look at that. Today it reached again another 52-week high for this stock. So yeah, congratulations for those people who have really entered at a much earlier time. This has already increased significantly. Let's say you entered right here. How much is that? That's already 127% increase. Good job. Okay, so if you have not entered yet, I suggest use a faster time frame and then find your entry. But my most recommended area here is that wait for it to pull back, retrace, and if maybe if it visits 428 level, that will be a much better haggle in terms of price. The next one is Mart. Mart is also at the expensive side. The candlestick today is for me is this looks like a shooting star, right? But if there's one sign here, that's already one sign of weakness. But you had foreign buying, interesting. If there's another red tomorrow, maybe that would mean a retracement as well. So yeah, if it breaks this area, then expect a pullback. Otherwise, it might create a stabilization right here. So that's what we're hoping for. But of course, we look at the facts. Let's see if it will create a brand new support, because this one over here, 2 days straight, it touched that level and it started at this area and start to push higher. So who knows, it will create a support first at that area. Otherwise, if there's a red that will come out, then it will most likely retrace. Now, for those people who find this level already expensive, the next route they got into would be double dragon. because normally this thing rides their the you know they have a domino effect in the movement. So between the two, Double Dragon has a much better position right now. We just created some stabilization above the MA20 line, and it's not that expensive yet at this point because we've been on a very long consolidation, and we started uh, showing some recovery here. So just for those people who have entered right here, I hope you were able to, if your objective is just to trade, I hope you were able to cut your losses early. Otherwise, if you're a position trader and have entered right at this level, I think it's just okay. The area is still very okay. Yeah, right. Imagine this, for the past uh, years, this is the highest volume it got. So there could be something more that's in here. Yeah, interesting. But really looking forward for the stock to push higher, and we'll see if it will drop. I think the drop will be around 1438 level, and continue establishing a maybe around 446 1446, and it will continue to establish that support in the area. So promising days ahead. Okay, for position traders, this is an area where position traders are attracted to. Okay, because Mart is already at the expensive side of things. Okay, so um, let's see. I'm not plotting any resistance because it really depends on your uh, risk to reward ratio, or depends on your appetite, on how happy you are with regards to your gain. Okay, some people are happy with a 5% gain. Some people are happy with a 15. Some would like to get 100%. So we will see. Um, C. C also, okay, guys. Uh, we ended with a red candlestick today, and we are slightly lower than the MA20 line. So I'm thinking we might be dropping some more. So this is a sign that there will be some more dips in the coming days. And let us see if it will establish a new support. No, not new support. It will most likely revisit the support area around the 5.03. And the reason why I'm saying that is I saw this consolidation that happened here, and it got validated here, but there was a slight overshoot down here. So I think the most common area is right over here. So take note, it's an area, so it could be slightly higher or lower. Now it could go back here and establish a support and continue to push the price higher. Okay, so that's how we're looking at C at the moment. Now let's take a look at tech. Tech, personally, I'm in a position here as well, and we are already positive in this stock. I was able to enter around the 538, if I'm not mistaken, but I added and I added more volume today. So look at that. It is a solid bounce. Okay, at this area. This was a solid bounce today. So following the statement I shared earlier, your previous resistance, when you now are able to break the resistance, chances are it will go back to that and it will create a support. So I forgot what stock I was mentioning earlier. Was it Hlcm, I think? So what happened there, the next day it went back to that level. But here, look at this. It went up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then went down. So it happened, the revisit came on the fourth day, and now it bounced. So look at that. Where are we at in the equation? Imagine this. Okay, so even if you stay here for just let's say 3 months, 2 months, I believe the payoff is really going to be very, very attractive, considering that we are still here at the bottom, and momentum is already picking up, as you can see. So just decide where you would like to enter. But overall, wherever it is right now, I'd say it is already a very attractive level. So anywhere between 633 to 666, that's an okay price. Okay, very good level to uh, add more. Now, let's take a look at Mac. Mac, let us see if it'll continue to push the price higher. Looks like this is a possible breakout, right? This is a possible breakout. It is. So we just had a breakout at this level. You had your support here. Look at that. This used to be a support. This used to be a resistance. And now we managed to break out of that. And this is the first day where you had your breakout. So this for me is a breakout. Okay, you also had some foreign buying that happened. Volume still there, but just be extra careful. You might have some profit taking that will happen, but still, I'd say chances are it will create a support now at the previous resistance. So another stock to also start monitoring. Okay, especially because this one is related to the airline industry, and we are already recovering, slowly opening businesses across the globe. So maybe there will be something good that will be happening here. Let's take a look at Cebu Pacific. In my Patreon account, last night I also recommended this stock, and look, there was a continuation. Uh, we are green for this stock. So I see this moving some more higher and higher in the coming days. But if you just want to lock in some profit, the nearest resistance I see is right at the 53.96 or 54 level. Just a minute. Okay, see that? So many potential for this stock. We are now starting to accelerate and continue the uptrend. Volume is also present. Look at that. So check that out too. And next would be Now. Now is currently at the still at the resistance area. Let's see. Could be this. No, this is the one. So we are right here. So it managed to break the downtrend channel, but we're still not very confident at this point, considering that we are here. Your MA20 is currently acting as a resistance at the moment, so I think we will just only be confident in recommending this stock if it officially crosses the MA20 line. So we're not safe as of yet for this stock, as volume is not that much. There's really no solid news that could push, or no catalyst that would push the price any moment from now. But there's some foreign buying, so that's nice. Maybe we can just you know let's see, if you want you can do this, wait for it to drop here and then enter, and then when it goes higher, then this is where you let's say when it shows a red candlestick around this area, then you lock in some profit, just do range trading. Let me see, and that will then give you around 10% gain. Now let's take a look. Look at Tel. Tel revisited your MA20 line, so that's a good sign. For as long as it does not break the MA20 going down, then we're safe. We might see this stock, the moment we see a green tomorrow, that could be a good area to probably add more volume if you are an investor of this stock. See that? It also dropped significantly, and I know the competition is already high in the area of telecommunication industry. So this stock, along with Globe, I'm sure they're not just chilling on the side. They're also innovating, and yeah, they're improving their services so that they can compete. Let's check this out. What happened here? There is a change in shareholdings of directors and principal officers. Buying. Okay, so that means there's an insider buying activity. A is for acquisition. Yes, 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 here. So they added more volume, so that's a good sign. Whenever you see insider buying that's happening, they find their stock attractive. So that's it. That's a good sign for Tel holders. This is a sign of a good sign. Now let us take a look at our SEC. SEC is really known for a stock that gives out good dividend, but normally this stock gives out dividend around the summer time, there March. And if you're entering this stock as of this time, if they are going to continue giving out the stock at this amount, then that would mean around 10-11%. So let us see. For now, I'd say 11-14 would be a good level to add more volume if you would like to add more volume. Look at this. This used to be a resistance. It created a support at that level. Look at this. And this one too. So those are your validations that indeed that area could be something significant and something can happen right around that level. Let's take a look at green. Green is a doji. And let's see. We're also slightly lower in our RSI. So that means we could be seeing some possible correction in the coming days. This stock might rest for a while. And let us see if this possible support will be broken. Look at that. Used to be a resistance, and we managed to break out of that. So I'm thinking it will revisit that first. And we're halfway there. The peak is here. So be extra careful. If you have not entered yet, I'd say for me personally, this is already an expensive area to enter. But if you're already profitable, consider locking in some profit because I see the stock retracing in the coming days. RLC. RLC is a bounce. Actually, it started bouncing yesterday. The best entry level was yesterday. There were fluctuations within the day yesterday. That was it because we just crossed the MA20 line, and today there was a continuation. And I still see some more push in the price, considering that we just actually today it gave you a chance right here to enter very near the MA20 line. So your nearest resistance that I can see right now is around here, very near, but this area used to be a support here, became a resistance here, also a resistance right over here. So we can still push the price higher, but overall, if you're a mid to long term investor, definitely there is room for growth. Look at that. It dropped significantly and we're starting to show an uptrend here. Okay, if you're also going to plot an uptrend line here, it is following this MA20 level. Next one is MEG. MEG, okay, so it has reached a profit-taking level. I hope you have already locked in some profit today. We ended with a red at the overbought level. So yes, hopefully you have already exited some because I see some more dips in the coming days. Let us see if it'll just drop up to the 364 level, 363, that area. Look at this. This used to be a resistance and resistance right here too. So it might go like this before it pushes the price higher and higher. Overall, also a good stock for mid to long term. Pure gold. Last is pure gold. Okay, let me just found this stock a little bit slow. So what I did here, I actually entered right here, and we're still at the support level. Although I just find it really slow, not much volume here, but it's still stabilizing at this point. And most likely it will push the price higher soon. So what I did here, I actually entered, I think it was yesterday, I entered around this level, and I just found the double dragon really more attractive in terms of position compared to this. So that's why I transferred to double dragon. But that's fine. I gave some some money to COL for entering yesterday and today. It went to the fees. But yeah, sometimes we have to make that judgment. This stock, goodbye for now. I'll be back some other time. Because look at this. Comparing it with Double Dragon, this one is badly hit, and then it's like we have reached a reset in the price, very close to the reset of the price, and chances are we will really push higher and higher in the coming days. And that's what it does when it goes flat for a long time, like this one over here. It goes flat for a long time, then boom, and that's what we're trying to achieve. So still at a very healthy level. Pure gold is still okay though, but it might consolidate for a while first. Alright, so that is it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. And I hope you have subscribed and hit the like so that YouTube will discover Miss JD soon and we can build a network. And yeah, I'm also inviting you to join us in Patreon so we can have a more personalized discussion over there, and you will be able to see my picks. I also give out some free ebooks there. I've given one ebook, but my goal is to give one ebook every week. So more to come for all our members. Thank you for the first few members who believed in Miss JD. And yeah, really looking forward to grow our community. And I think that is it for this episode. Please continue to drop a comment, share your thoughts and feedback about this channel. Looking forward to those feedback. Bye bye for now.